Ease into your PM practice in a comfortable cross-legged seat. If you find your knees are higher than your seat at any point during this sequence, take a moment to place a folded towel, blanket, or pillow beneath your seat, like this, to raise your hips up a bit, ensuring the safety of your lower back and the smooth flow of your breathing throughout this sequence. In this seat, we'll breathe through 2 moving meditations designed to harmonize your body and your breathing. Bring your hands to your thighs and inhale as you round your back, sliding your hands a bit forward. And exhale to open. Draw your hands back and lift the back of your heart. Again, inhale to fill your back body, look inward and round. And exhale to gently open, beginning to sense the softening within your body. Inhale and lengthen the back of your spine long. And exhale, opening the front of your spine. 3 more times, inhaling. And exhale, listening as you open. And last one, breathe in. And exhale, spine tall. Lean back gently to neutral and sit quietly for a moment, breathing normally. Taking just a few moments to listen to your breathing releases so much tension in your physical body and is healing for your entire being. Now, place your hands on the floor behind you and come up high onto your fingertips, pointing them back. Here, we'll shift the breathing. You can observe which works for you as a calming practice going forward. Inhale and lift the front of your heart. And exhale, round in, retreating, elbows bending a bit, your chin to your chest. Again, inhale to open the front of your body. And breathe out to go inside. We'll take 3 more breaths like this. Inhale to expand forward. And exhale to round. Last 2 breaths, listening. Sit back up to a neutral spine and remove your pillow or prop if you've used one. And come to your hands and knees, lifting back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stretch your seat high and lift your shoulders a bit away from the floor. Send your thigh bones back into your hamstrings and then come forward to plank pose for 1 vinyasa flow. Inhale here in plank. Reach your tailbone back to your heels, eyes very soft. And exhale, lower your body down to the floor, all the way down to your belly. Place your hands in line with your chest and inhale, lift the back of your heart and neck to lift your chest. And exhale, maintain that lift here. Mindfully inhale your upper arms back to slowly lift your heart a bit higher. And exhale, release back into downward facing dog. And take 1 deep, nourishing breath into your belly here. And exhale your knees down to the floor, wider than your hips, easing your seat back onto your heels into child's pose, Balasana. Rest and release here for a couple of breaths. Now bring your left knee forward between your hands for Pigeon Prep, Raja Kapotasana. Place your hands on the floor near your front knee, and you may lift up onto your fingertips as you take a few moments here to breathe deeply. Each inhalation here is a gentle bow in, and And with each exhalation, you can settle and release down into the pose a bit more. Be patient with yourself here. For a cleansing twist here, lower your right elbow down to the floor using your towel or prop to support that elbow as needed, and bring your left hand to your left waist. Take a breath in as you feel your back once again, rounding slightly. And exhale, your front body open a bit, inviting your left shoulder blade towards your spine. Breathe fully into your right lung, the underside of the pose. And exhale, open even more. Good. Take one more breath here. And then gently place your left hand on your mat and slowly make your way back to down dog. From dog, bring your right knee forward between your hands for pigeon. Hands on either side of your front knee. Breathe. With each breath, allow your body to ease and settle into the posture more fully. Lower your left elbow down to the floor or onto your towel. Bring your right hand to your right waist. Take a breath in to round your back once again. And exhale, open yourself a bit, inviting your right shoulder blade toward your spine. And breathe fully into that left lung, the underside of the pose. And exhale, release your front body open a bit more. Place your right hand down on your mat and slowly return to down dog for one final stretch here. Take a few moments to bend both knees deeply and really send your seat high behind you, widening your pelvis and rooting your thigh bones back. If you've lowered your shoulders, lift them up away from the floor and then send your seat high again to access your deepest breath. Now from here, bring your shoulders forward into plank pose, keeping your tailbone long, and then lower your knees down onto the floor. Widen your knees and sit back onto your heels for 3 breaths in child's pose once again. And these moments of listening at the end of your day help you clear any tension by focusing on the sound of your breathing instead of your intellectual thoughts, preparing for a restful sleep. Come up to sit on your knees in Thunderbolt pose, Vajrasana. To make this more easeful, you may place your towel under the tops of your feet or place it between your thighs and calves to make more space for your knee joint. Rest your palms facing down on your thighs and lengthen your tailbone down to the floor behind you, feeling the ensuing lift in your abdomen, opening your lower back. Breathe for a few more breaths here and observe which lung is more receptive and full as you're breathing. And bring your breathing into both right and left lungs evenly, balancing your internal body, eyes soft. Gently shift your seat over to your right side so that your right foot is now beneath you and your left foot is on the left side of your seat. Place your left hand on your right knee and your right hand on the floor next to your right seat for seated twist, Bharadvajasana 1. Soften your belly and your eyes as you inhale, pressing into that hand next to you. And as you exhale, reach your left hand beneath your right knee to twist to your right more fully. Inhale again and lengthen your tailbone toward the floor, using your right hand on the floor behind you for some lift. And exhale, twist a bit farther, mindfully keeping your neck long and soft, your gaze easeful. As you breathe, smile here and relax all the muscles in your face for 3 more breaths. Good. Now shift your seat over to the other side so that your left foot is now beneath you and your right foot is on the right side of your seat. Place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand on the floor next to your left seat for your seated twist. Smooth out your eyes as you inhale, and as you exhale, extend your right hand beneath your left knee as you twist to your left. Inhale again, pressing into your left hand, and lengthen your tailbone to the floor. Exhale, twist a bit farther, neck long and soft, eyes smiling. Take 3 more breaths here. Now, lengthen your legs out in front of you, using the support of your towel or blanket beneath your seat if you find your back is rounding. Place your hands next to your seat on the floor, facing forward or just slightly out to the sides to open your shoulders, either flat or on your fingertips for more buoyancy. Flex your feet, heels down, toes pointing up for stick pose, Dandasana. Inhale generously into your upper body, and exhale, send your thigh bones and tailbone down into the floor beneath you equally. Take a few moments to practice those 2 actions. Inhale expansively into your upper body, and exhale, root your thighs and tailbone into the floor for more stability. For all of us, this pose is definitely a challenge and does become more accessible with practice. For now, notice that when you exhale and clearly anchor your legs and tailbone, your subsequent inhalation is considerably more enriching. Now, cross your right leg over your left and place your right foot on the floor for a seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Make sure that entire right foot is flat on the floor and that your left leg is rooting steadily down, with that foot flexed, your toes pointing upward. Hug your right knee with your left arm and inhale deeply. Now exhale and twist your upper body to your right, placing your right hand fingertips on the floor behind you, keeping your left leg and right foot very grounded. Continue to breathe here. Inhale to hug that knee and expand internally, and exhale to open out, legs strong. 3 more breaths. The more steady your foundation, the more cleansing the twist, and the more nourishment is received internally each time you breathe. Now release forward and take a moment to try a slight counter twist to your left and see how that feels in your body. Now extend both legs out in front of you for a momentary return to Dandasana. Excellent. And switch your legs, crossing your left leg over your right to place your left foot on the floor. With the entire foot flat on the floor, root that foot and reiterate the groundedness of your right leg. Right foot flexed, toes pointing upward. Hug your left knee with your right arm and inhale deeply to expand internally. And exhale, twist your upper body to the left hand fingertips on the floor behind you, supported by your right leg, long left foot grounded. Breathe and listen. Big inhale to open out. Eyes soft or still as you exhale. 3 more breaths. Come forward once again for a moderate counter twist to your right, and knowing that there is actual nourishment being received internally as you release each twist. Often I'll ask students to return to poses 2 or 3 times during a practice to observe how the interim poses have enhanced their openings. So lengthen your left leg out in front of you here to return once again to Dandasana, feet flexed, hands beside your seat, fingers pointed forward or out as you wish. Now to optimize your foundation here, a brief experiment. Try to root the backs of your knees down into the floor, which for many of us feels somehow less stable and more draining than your other option. Go ahead and root your thigh bones down, high up near your hips, and notice the increased stability in your pelvis and perhaps even an opening in your belly and or your lower back. Breathe here for a couple of breaths. You may also notice that your thigh muscles are now beginning to feel more reliable and steady. Tiny smile here. Inhale to lengthen your back from your seat all the way up to the top of your head, and exhale to lift and open your front, upper arm bones back, gaze easy. From here, walk your hands forward on the floor to either side of your thighs or knees, heading toward seated forward bend, Paschimottanasana. Keep your hands on either side of your legs and come up onto your fingertips so your upper body is expansive. As you inhale, breathe into your back to round just slightly, and then root your tailbone down behind you as you exhale to extend your heart forward just a bit, possibly walking your hands even 1 millimeter ahead. We'll spend some time here, so be generous and again patient with yourself instead of rushing to reach forward. You will benefit more if you maintain the spaciousness inside rather than compromising your breathing and overreaching in the pose. Several breaths here, and you'll notice it's very centering to listen to your breathing as it fills your body and then leaves your body feeling more bright. This is a very profound pose to do prior to sleep as it calms your nervous system and offers your mind some space. Slowly walk yourself back up to sitting for your third and final Dandasana, stick pose. You'll likely sense even more strength and flexibility in your legs, as well as more voluminous breathing in your belly and your heart. Good. Still on your prop, if you have one beneath your seat, bring the soles of your feet to touch for bound ankle pose, Baddha Konasana. For some of us, this is impossible to have our feet touching, so just bring your feet as close as you can toward one another. Place your hands on either side of your seat and inhale to subtly round your back and fill with that breath. Exhale to open out in front of you and lengthen your spine long as you lift your heart. Take one more breath here. Big inhale and exhale, open. For a comfortable cross-legged seat, Sukhasana, you can bring your left heel into your groin, followed by your right. Or, if that is too challenging, simply sit in a cross-legged seat. Once again, you may wish to use your prop to raise your seat higher than your knees. And just take a few moments here to observe which side of your seat is heavier. You can use your hands to broaden that heavier side of your seat out so that the other side can drop down just a bit more, balancing your seat. Good. Unfold your legs to lengthen your right leg open to your right for head to knee pose, Janu Shirshasana. You'll turn and place your hands on either side of that right leg and root that thigh bone down. Anchor your other knee and seat and observe the breathing into your right lung. If it feels shallow on that side, bring that extended leg more forward until both lungs feel equally expansive and open. Again, breathe in to quietly round and exhale to send your heart out toward that foot. Enjoy 3 more breaths there, gently walking your hands forward as you serenely exhale. Second side, gently bring your right foot in towards your groin and extend your left leg out to the left. Anchor both sides of your seat, particularly your right side, and place your hands on either side of your left leg as you turn toward it for the twist. Observe the breathing into your left lung and bring that leg closer if it feels more shallow than the breathing on your right side. As you inhale, bring the fullness of your breath to your back body. And as you exhale, extend your heart toward your left foot for a few breaths, appreciating your progress with each exhalation. Slowly extend your right foot out in front of you and bring your legs together, coming to lie down on your back. For a few moments, bring your knees into your chest and hug them in, feeling your back soften as you breathe in and out, just a few breaths, and allow your eyes to close. Momentarily, flex both feet and root your thigh bones down into the floor. And with that anchoring, breathe deeply into your belly and your chest, sensing the ease in your entire being. And very gently place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. And let your feet fall open to the sides. You're coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Be receptive with every cell in your body. And tune in to the resonance of your heart here for a few moments. As you breathe there, silently express your gratitude for the healing offered by your practice. Slowly begin to deepen your breathing. Sense the balance in both sides of your body, your heels, your seat, your hands, your shoulders, your eyes. bring your knees into your chest and take a few moments to slowly come up to your seat. Rest your hands palms down on your thighs if you feel you need a little more grounding today. And turn your palms to face up if you could use a little more receptivity. Bring your attention to the space between the two hemispheres of your brain and consciously breathe there to soften that space. Very gently fold your hands in front of your heart into prayer to close your practice. Bring your chin to your chest and revisit your intention. Remind yourself to listen to your breathing and remember your teachers. And with great respect and gratitude, bow to your own heart, your greatest teacher, and welcome yourself. Namaste.